Morning students, we'll start with the next topic, Ohm's law. Now before going to this Ohm's law, I hope everybody has gone through this table 12.1 where you have got different symbols of electric cell, combination of cells. This is a switch, open, which is closed, the wire joint, wire without joining. This is electric bulb, this is a resistance, this is variable resistance. You can add or remove resistance here. This is ammeter A and this is voltmeter. Okay, so we will study Ohm's law where you have got a relation between potential difference V of a conductor and current I. Okay, just turn the page. First we are going to see activity 12.1 where we have a circuit on figure 12.2. Okay, now if you see this circuit 12.2, here you have got variable voltages, that is the cells. This is the resistance, this is the ammeter, voltmeter and key. Okay, and the direction of current is from positive end to the negative end, which we show in the arrow, right? That is from this side. This is flowing like this. Okay, now if you see, there's a table here where we have got volts. Now if you see, we are using different volts. Okay, for that you can see the graph here. You have got 0.4 volts, 0.8, 1.2, 1.6, and the reading of the volts is given in terms of current, that is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. So that is what I have written here. So if you have got 0.4 volt difference, the current is 0.1, 0.8, 0.2, 1.2. So we are increasing. This is one cell. So if you can see number of cells, one cell 0.4, two cells 0.8, three cells 1.2, and four cells is 1.6 volts. Okay, so here it is one cell to four cells we have taken in this diagram. Okay, so we are going on connecting the cells 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there is a last column, okay, where you have got volt upon current, that is this upon this. So if you see 0.4 upon 0.1 gives you 4, 0.8 upon 2 gives you 4, 1.2 upon 0.3 gives you 4, 1.6 upon 1.4 gives you 4. This one. So you can see this 4 is constant. Okay. Now this graph, when you plot, you can see it's starting from the origin and it's a straight line graph. That is potential difference V to current A. Okay. Now on basis of this graph, we can just quickly go to the relationship given by Ohm. Okay. That is between I and V. Okay. Now if you see, as you increase the V, this I also increases. Okay. So the relation is V is directly proportional to I. That's known as Ohm's law. Okay. So if you decrease this, this will also decrease. Now if you see that V upon I is equal to constant, that is what we saw here. Okay. Now this constant is known as R, that is resistance. Okay. So the formula is V is equal to IR. Now here R is the constant for the metallic wire at a given temperature and it is called as resistance. So for each wire, each different metallic wire, the resistance will be different. Okay. Now this is known as Ohm's law and the unit is known as ohm of resistance and the representation is by Greek letter ohm. Okay. Now according to the Ohm's law, we have got R is equal to V upon I. That is what we saw here. This. Okay. So this is equal to R. Now the potential difference across the two ends of the conductor, if it is 1 volt, then the current flowing, if it is 1 ampere, then you will have 1 ohm as the resistance. So if you have got 1 volt, 1 ampere current, you will have 1 ohm. So 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt upon 1 ampere. That is 1 ohm, 1 volt, 1 ampere. Okay. Now from this equation, I will be equal to V upon R. From this equation, I will be equal to V upon R. Okay. That means what? That if we have the relation between all these three, okay, then the current flowing I is inversely proportional to R. That is, I is inversely proportional to R. So if we increase the I, that is the current, resistance will decrease. If we decrease the current, then resistance will increase. Okay. Now if the resistance is doubled, the current will get half. Now a component used to regulate this current without changing the voltage, okay, is called as variable resistance, okay, and that is by a device known as rheostat. Now this rheostat is used for changing the resistance in a circuit without changing the voltage. Now we have a small topic to cover depending on the resistance, okay. Now the flow of components in a electric wire, okay, some of them let the current flow and some of them resist the flow of the current. Now why this happens, just turn the page. Now if you can see that the conductors, you see there are conductors and insulators, okay. Now the electrons, where the electrons are not completely free to move, okay, in a circuit of a conductor, then they are known as insulators, okay. Now if the component allows the current to move freely, it is known as a conductor. So a conductor is having some appreciable resistance, is called resistor, but if the resistance is high, it's called a poor conductor, so it is known as the insulator. So as the insulator has got higher resistance while the conductor has got a lower resistance, okay. So high resistance, poor conductor, and it is called as the insulator which has got high resistance, okay. Thank you.